That's about how many feet in?
I'm literally about 28 feet out, but that's from the center of this reel. But there's a little white dot, so some stones. Hopefully that can be jetted from outside. I'm going to pull that, and hopefully it's a two-way tee. I mean, it's just solid roots.
It's like a forest, isn't it?
Yeah, what worries me is I see a chunk of something sitting there. I don't know. Hopefully it's just a little offset and the pipe's not busted. And I'm pulling roots throughout the whole pipe. It's shocking to have roots that deep. You think they would have found another water source before they
went here.
Got that far down. So I'm literally poking a hole through the roots there.
Okay.
And then here, same. So there, I'm actually sitting in there like this.
Okay,
you can see the water dripping down.
Yeah.
So I'm coming up. Get some water on my lens, so it's kind of hard, and you can see roots hanging down right there. Those are two big old long.
Yeah, they are.
Root balls. And then I get into a huge ball of roots there. So here I'm starting to flatten out. So now I'm just basically 7 foot out.
Okay.
It's really 7 foot from the center here too. So I'm in your cast iron now. I'll pull it out and clean the lens off so you can get a better look at the cast.
Wow.
Just a little root ball that came out with the camera.
Okay.
So there's a chance, which is right in here. You can see where it's holding water. That would need to be descaled. Basically, you take a set of chains in there and you make it smooth again.
Okay.
Eventually the scale comes back. Just a matter of time. Descaling's not a permanent fix. It just there's a couple different ways to handle that scale. Either descale it and then put a liner in it, or just
gotcha.
plan on descaling it another. Once you have the scale in there, it comes back pretty rapidly, but I'd say 5 to 6 years you'd have to descale it again.
Gotcha.
And the problem with scale is it'll hide rot. Like where you see these two lines, this line and that line.
Okay.
Once you take that scale off, there could be cracks there.
Gotcha.
Until you descale it, you don't know.
So is it the type of thing that replacing that fully?
I mean, lining it, it's just as good as replacing without having to dig up your patio.
Yeah. Got you.
So once you get out so far, it 90s and goes straight down, and this is your 90.
Okay.
And then from there is where it gets bad.
Yeah.
So there's where it shoots down, and then it's just all roots from there. And right there it goes to clay.
Got you. Okay.
So you could shoot, once it gets down here, So there's a T right there. That's holding water. What might be wise to do. Let me pause this and look around. And
Diagnosed with stage 4 cancer, and this has been his like his joy, his pastime, joy, hobby since he was a kid.
Yeah.
And so he lives down in Florida. This is maybe a third of his collection.
Oh wow.
So he told me, he says, I want you to have it, I want you to figure out what you want to do with it. And so we've been going through classifying these things, but we've been finding stuff that dates back to the early 70s.
Yeah.
And the cool thing is that some of these are old friends, because he was really open-handed when I was a kid, with allowing me to read them, you know. And,
Yeah.
were you into comic books growing up?
Let's just say I buy anything I think is going to be collectible.
Oh, got ya.
You know, I'll buy estates, whether it's comic books or baseball cards.
So that's been a thing of yours throughout the years.
Yeah, and I just leave them. I just forget I have them. I don't touch them. If I get hard up for money, I don't touch them. I just leave them. And maybe one day, when I'm gone, my kids will go through them and figure out if there's any value and what they want to do with them.
So you haven't even opened them from their... See, and that's the thing. He has participated with the enjoyment of reading, you know. So everything's been opened, but he's put it back into
the sleeve.
to the sleeves and stuff. But you can tell, especially the older ones, they were loved. You know.
Yeah. And that's the thing, when kids have them, they don't think about the future. The amount of millionaires there could be in this world if they'd have thought about stuff in the future.
Oh my, like me growing up with all those original Star Wars stories. Oh!
Yep.
But you know what? We
enjoyed them when
we totally enjoyed them.
Yep. Yep.
Well, that's a neat kind of forethought that you put to this stuff. Thinking about your kids and the future. And,
Yeah, the way